Each of my paintings takes around 550 to 650 hours from start to finish. I usually begin by blocking in the sky, and then I'll move around and block in basic shapes. I'm trying to figure out which colors and which shapes best reveal each of the characteristics of each area that I'm painting. You'll notice from time to time that I'll have multiple brushes in my hand, and each of those brushes are filled with a different paint color. And that helps me more quickly just kind of block in and go back and forth between the various values and shape patterns and see how the image is coming together. After I initially block in all of the colors and shapes, I often will go back and modify the shape, modify the color, value, just to make the forms read better throughout the painting. And I'll often jump around throughout the painting. I'll get bored sometimes working in one area, or I want to get more of a sense of what the overall painting is going to look like and if the colors are working, so I'll move around throughout. With the background objects, I tend to keep them a bit more simplified to kind of play into the whole block print look and style. So I don't put as much detail in there to focus more on the shapes. I usually save the black outlining for last, but sometimes it helps to actually figure out how the image is coming together and the form of the objects. When you start to get the highlights and shadows in there, you need the black to really give you that depth. I often use multiple palettes throughout my project, sometimes 6, 8, completely filled with all the colors, and it's helpful so that way I can go back in and repaint in case I make any mistakes. It's also really helpful in case you need to go back in and modify colors that you've already painted, which I often do as I start to get more colors down. Starts to show me that some colors are working, some colors aren't, some values are working, some aren't, and so I can go back in and modify those. I usually keep my paints in Ziploc bags. We'll put wet paper towels over the top of the paint palettes, put them in the Ziploc bag, and then store them in the refrigerator, which helps preserve them for the duration of the project. After I have all the colors in, it usually takes me at least 3 coats to make the colors completely opaque. I complete the painting by outlining the middle ground with a darker version of the colors and the foreground details with a black. I'll use another damp brush to erase areas that aren't working after I've applied them. I hope you enjoyed watching this making of video, and here's the final image for you to see. Thank you so much for watching.